Okay, let's see.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his
Whoa!
And right away, he lost the football.
Hey,
but I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. This is the Oklahoma
Man, I
City
missed my freaking hole.
Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage.
Outside,
and he goes down right
open.
there for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And Dixon has it. Look at the spin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Wilson on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I see you blitzing too. Someone told me to keep my blocking.
And takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's
so far away. Anthony's gonna be able to get there.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Oh, now he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
I was discussing that in that thing. I didn't think he was gonna be able to get there. I'll be.
And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. 14. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And no, incomplete.
How you gonna sit there, come back and get that?
Shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
14.
Play action. Now Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely.
I didn't think you were close enough. I was just going to play making him up.
What's going on out there? It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So after the INT, it's Bortles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
11B, 11B. Lucy. Green is it.
From the gun, it's Bortles.
Boy, that should have been picked. You better glad you helped it. That should have been pick 6.
Right around the 23-yard line. Bortles to the former Jets, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out.
I played it right. No, my pick 6 to have.
Nice 39, Lucy. So right. 49.
Bortles now on first down. A throw left side, complete to his receiver Westbrook. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Fournette.
Yeah.
And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette.
Man, I told y'all to
take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Yeah, he outran the people. I don't know why dude didn't flank out there.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think
Man, come on, man.
And try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go, 14. Gun.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Steps away. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
14.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. Doug Baldwin. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 64 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game.
It looked like him, but he got burned so bad, like it was a linebacker or somebody. He was on the inside, but then when he cut.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is...
this is taken in. It's complete.
I almost got there.
Off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
Yeah,
in our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in, wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Throwing is Bortles. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Hank. 372.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. And he completes it to Westbrook. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
380.
On 2nd down, here's 4.
Ooh, boy, make him fumble. Come through there like you want that.
To the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Move.
On 3rd down, Fournette.
No.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points.
Man,
give the defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now.
Man.
And the Jags grab it.
Look at this dude. He's walking like he don't know what happened.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
This is no million. Y'all know what y'all doing.
I'm going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Now Leonard Fournette, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Back there.
In for the score.
And
the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong,
boy, wow, can't get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over them. And got his man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Injury.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He's got it complete. Mike Davis. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
I should just spin. I was just trying to go down. It ended up and had
now Sebastian Janikowski on from a long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. Operating gun set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Out to kick is Janikowski.
Yeah, went back then I had a fumble.
Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here we go. Throw that. Lucy. Move. So right.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Move. Hey, 54, Ricky. So left.
Bortles going to try and throw on third down. Flushed out right. Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively.
I don't know why we went back to the do the flag. You was going away from him.
Why not a penalty? Yeah. What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Calais Campbell. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On third down, Wilson.
Boy.
He couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. forced out to his left.
Man, pick the ball, man.
Hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You ain't getting me nothing.
Oh, that's got to frustrate.
They got hit the ball, hit the dude in the helmet.
And it would have been the first
This is
sack of the
crazy,
game.
bro.
Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Crazy.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
All right, boy.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now Wilson. This complete to Lockett. Finding some room at midfield. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Go to one side and go ahead and have him come.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Carson, and that one blown up.
I don't know why you just won't go up the hole, baby.
Even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 14 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that will get him one closer.
We need one, baby.
Out to kick is Janikowski. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Lucy.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Flush to his right. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down.
Man did the wrong person. My bad.
That's Cole. Touchdown.
That must be the inside. Yep.
A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
I knew where you were going with him. Then the wrong one up.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
When I seen that he was trying to break down, I knew that dude went over there, but I already knew I had him in the wrong up then.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
All right.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
I should have threw it. I seen people coming at me. I didn't know who was going to be open or not.
In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating.
Yeah, and I looked, I seen that.
Deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
I also tried to get the pocket and playmaker.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Tempo. 380.
of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that is going to be pulled in one.
I didn't think he was going to feel him. I knew he was going to do.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hank. Hey, 54 Ricky.
Bortles going to look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Bortles to Cole for the Jacksonville first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Bortles again. Eluding the pressure right.
I'm about to say. I ain't seen right there in front of him.
And a big turnover there as his
People
guys
never
will
seen
get
him.
the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
What's going on? I can't move the ball.
14. 19.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They go play action here on 1st down. They still can't get it. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game.
The dude I want, I played making, but I couldn't.
We saw a lot of points go up.
I couldn't see him.
Certainly defensively, Stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
Way bigger runner lanes than that, but I overplayed it. Oh, yeah. Yep. I know what's that'll probably be the key stat. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I gotta go back and look at it. I think as soon as I had stopped really heavy blitzing, you start doing oh yeah, that ball with Border, you had threw it straight to him. That pass in the end zone. Dang, that cornerback got picked up. That's why it took so long. Oh my gosh. Which one you looking at? Let's see. Oh my gosh. I hate, man, they need to do something about that. It with what was this is? Fourth quarter with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. The running back, cause you know if he didn't like blue, you know he blocked the blitzer, and then he just stopped while the dude was on my back and just went out to in the route. That corner route who I was looking for, he was getting a step. He got a step on number 39. That's why I drifted over there. Cause when you was in man, I knew he was bunt. Go back and look at it. That's why I drifted over to throw it. Cause I knew the dude was picked up, and I was had to throw it. And I had thought the defensive end peeled off. I said, oh, he must have shed his block. I didn't know the dude had let him go. Yeah, other than that, yeah, that was nothing now. Yeah, it's a lot of that. Dang. Yeah, you baby glad you rolled out. Cause if I could have, that dude was the only option on the field. Cause that comeback was taken care of. They can't get back there. Mm-hmm. All right, then, my brother. Be blessed. Good night.